Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri First Nations people. An absolute pleasure to have you, your guides, my guides, and the international energies with us today. Big heart to Danny Shea and his gorgeous wife, and to Lisa, who usually reads with Denise from Spiritual Growth. My brain has gone blank as to Lisa's channel. Big heart out to them. Danny and his wife have COVID and Lisa is not well, so we know what it's like. Hoping them all speedy recoveries and good health. Okay, a little summary. Been 3 ballots go forward for the Speaker of the House. The record has been held by Nathaniel Banks, who apparently took 233, I think, ballots before he actually got in as Speaker of the House, and it took 2 months. Kind of hoping McCarthy doesn't take that long, but this is a really good take down a peg or two for McCarthy, and GOP infighting started already. Did a bit of a pendulum on my last reading about that, about what's going to happen. Pendulum still does say that McCarthy is going to get up, and what my boys are telling me is that it's because the 12 that are holding out, they want more. So they're huddled into negotiations. They're going to continue the ballot tomorrow. They want more, but they are prepared to vote for McCarthy over Hakeem Jeffries. So the thought of a Democrat getting in, the majority party having the House, minority party having the House Speaker is more horrifying than it actually being Kevin McCarthy. And there is no viable alternative. Jim Jordan's thrown his hat in the ring. He's got, 8, 10, 12, whatever. There's no way on this earth that he's going to get the majority. And for those that say, yes, I know a few have said, Donald Trump should put his hat in the ring. It's the same 12 that would vote for Jim Jordan that would vote for Donald Trump. So even he wouldn't get the majority. In case you missed it, Donald apparently announced a press conference. Was it New Year's Day? Announced a press conference, and not a single news outlet, including Fox, turned up. So needless to say, it got swiftly cancelled. So yeah, he's a nobody. He's still a noisy nobody with a support base, but the support base is declining all the time, and yeah, he wouldn't get it either. Okay, so what I'm going to have a look in this particular reading is I'm going to have a look at what's going on behind. So, caught my interest. There is, excuse me, forget to breathe. The Kremlin has come out, supposedly Putin, but I'm dubious about whether he's still in charge, if he's still at all. Kremlin have come out and said that 66 Russians have died from a supposed Ukrainian missile. They're claiming that it had not uranium, but the yickies in it. And Ukraine hasn't denied that it was their missile, but they think it's more than 63 dead. The Russians that were killed were in the Donetsk region, so it's still in what was old Ukraine. The Ukraine is really careful not to have a viable attack in Russia, or the old what was Russia before it invaded, because that's just opening hell for leather from the Kremlin. So they're very careful just to do it in previous Ukrainian territories. It was a missile in the Donetsk region, and I know I've pronounced that wrong because I can't get that out of the back of my throat. But I just want to see it. Now, these are the only casualties that the Kremlin is claiming. However, real casualties we know are in the tens and tens of thousands deaths, plus tens and tens and tens of thousands wounded. The fact that they've come out and claimed these ones, acknowledged these ones, makes me wonder if it was actually a Russian missile. Let's have a look. I'll just do 3 cards. Was this... Oh, what turned over there? Nothing. Okay. What do they call it? It's not. It wasn't even friendly fire. Was this a self attack? False flag attack. Was this a false flag attack? Was this a false? Just 3 cards, please. Using my runic tarot. Was a false flag attack? Okay. The 3 cards I've pulled overseas. So I'm thinking that it wasn't Ukrainian attack. It was the ship coming in. Calm diplomacy. Strength of calm diplomacy coming forward. Oh, thank you. And then... a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Eight of Pentacles. The apprentice working hard, but the expert working hard. Okay, I'm just going to ask Pendulum. Okay. Can I ask question, please? Can I ask question? Was this missile attack a false flag attack? A deliberate sabotage attack by Russia? By Russia? Wow, that's a yes. I was expecting it to say no, but let's have a look. Entertainment only. If it was a false flag attack, is this part of Russia trying to... trying to think how to word this. Okay, if this was a false flag attack, it is part of the Kremlin plan to get Ukraine to the peace negotiating table. Is it part of the Kremlin plan to get Ukraine to the peace negotiating table? It's a yes, but it's a really small yes. Can I ask question, please? Can I ask question, please? As a plan, will it work? As a plan, will it work? Will this drive Ukraine to the negotiating table? And I'm getting a no. Because the Ukrainian government knows that literally Russia's idea of peace is lay down your arms and we'll take the country, thank you very much. So a plan coming to fruition in regards to calm diplomatic negotiations and work going on behind the scenes. So, yeah, okay, well, let's just pull a full Celtic on this topic and see what the story is. The supposed, alleged Ukraine missile that killed at least 63 Russians. Tell me the story behind it, tell me the story behind it, the story behind it, and going forward, what does this mean? The powers that be, those that are in charge, this was a plan devised by them just close that up a little bit so that those cards show up a little bit better. Okay. This is the powers that be. Okay, thank you. Dictating to subordinates. Okay. Challenged by the Nine of Cups, which is careful what you wish for, basically. Can be the smug merchant, but this is very much my underground, my resistance card. Okay. Oh, so the powers that, wonder if the information is going to come out from those in the underground or resistance who are working against the Kremlin but have allegedly entertainment only. Information is going to come out about the fact that this was ordered by the powers that be to the subordinates. Okay, let's see where this leads us. Foundation of this, Seven of Cups, which is about choices being offered. Can be the illusion and delusion card for some, but this is very much about choices being offered in the face of something new. Now, if you have a look in all these cups, I don't know if my camera's good enough for focusing, but what we've got is we've got strength, we've got castles, we've got the key, there's money and there's wisdom and so it's choices, but they're all ego-based choices. Okay. It was a choice made. It was a new decision made. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. In the past, Eight of Swords, because the powers that be had found themselves restricted, hemmed in, pretty much choiceless. I mean, they're bombing hell for fury on poor Kiev. But really their choices were restricted. And they were restricted in what they can do, and they actually have found themselves in this sort of position. Going back to the corruption, the stealing of the money instead of buying supplies, the age of the equipment they're using, the fact that they didn't have what they thought they had. They've found themselves in this position of literally having to surrender, surrounded by the swords of truth, in a surrender type position, which they did not like. Okay. Nine of Wands. Boundaries set up, barriers, path being blocked. Thank you. Immediate future, the moon. This is my resistance card, remember. My underground, that's what the powers that be are going to be challenged by, information coming out via that. And the moon is something that needs to be brought to the surface and exposed. And on this particular card, it is literally good versus evil, trying to protect what is sacred, but exposed in the light of the moon. The fight between good and evil to protect what is sacred is going to be exposed in the light of the moon. Just trying to work out what this little thing is down here. I can't really tell. But we have the two pillars of wisdom, but they're also mountains of obstacles. Okay. Externally, in regards to this, I pull this every time when it comes to those that are making the decisions in the Kremlin. They do not care about the loss of life. They are corrupt. They are indolent. They have no consideration whatsoever for who is being injured, who is being killed, they don't care. They don't care about the loss. Internally, circles of support. So this is those, I did a reading, gosh, what was it, a month ago, on the main players, and we seem to identify 3 main players in the Kremlin. So that is those three. They're actually celebrating this. Oh man, it makes me want to... Ugh. They're actually celebrating this as a successful harvest, as a win. Oh, yuck. Sorry, entertainment only. Hopes and fears. A new start amongst all the death and destruction. An inspirational new start coming forward. This is going to be exposed, I believe. Page of Cups. There is a bombshell that's going to be brought forward. Something's going to be presented that's going to take the players by surprise. I'm not talking about the Kremlin players. I'm talking about the rest of the world players by surprise, and I think this is exposure. And if you have a look behind this person, there is a tsunami wave coming for them as they offer this cup up. There's going to be something brought forward that is just going to be absolutely quite unexpected as this tsunami wave is coming forward. Okay, 4 of Cups. The outcome, I think nothing's really going to come from it. And then the 7 of Wands, defending them. They're going to have to defend themselves. Ukraine's just going to bring down hail and lightning when they find out. Hail and lightning onto Russia as things that are hidden are exposed. We have this whistleblower coming forward. And then we have the victory card. After this whistleblower comes forward, it is a crossroads moment in regards to the win at any cost, the sabotage, betrayal, win at any cost, betray those that they are with. Loss, heartbreak, despair, and here is my Ukraine card. Now that's not loss, heartbreak and despair. This is victory for Ukraine. Oh, I just had a flash. Sorry. I hate to call it a flash because it sounds like, yes, I'm through menopause, I'm done. But it makes me sound like I'm having a hot flash. But no, the flash I got was that the truth of this coming out is going to be the catalyst for announcing that Putin is gone. And the end of the war. The truth of this coming out is going to bring about the end of the war, and the fact that Putin is no longer, is the flash I got. I have probably explained that wrong. Not wrong, not as clear as what the boys gave it to me, but that's what I'm getting, is that the whistleblower, the resistance, underground information, when it gets out, it's going to be the crossroads moment, where there's going to be blame, there's going to be heartbreak, there's going the betrayal and the sabotage and it's all going to come out, and that is going to be the moment. And I did love ending up with that Ukraine card. Okay, thank you for joining me. Let's see how it plays. Whew, if you've got any questions, pop them in the box below. We will tackle them one by one. I've been asked about Jacob Olivia, who Huckabee in Arkansas has appointed as Secretary of Education. I'll read on that tomorrow because I have promised my next reading is going to be on South Korea, Japan and their falling birth rates, etc. So, love to see you. Any questions, pop them below. I may not get to them instantly, but they will go on a priority list. And we'll watch the voting for the House Speaker play out tomorrow. Catch you later. Bye-bye.